The 4-day work week. 80% of Americans want this. Is it really a good idea? Over 80% of Americans in the workforce want a 4-day work week. It's touted as better lifestyle, more revenue, more profits for the business, just an overall better life for those employees and the businesses. Supposedly it's a mutual benefit. So I'm going to tell you today why maybe that might not be so true. I'll tell you right now. So I was running this morning. I had a lot of thoughts come into my head when I'm jogging or running or working out. I don't know, maybe because my body's moving, I'm pulling blood into my brain, and my brain goes off wondering. So one of the things I was thinking about was like, why is this 4-day work week suddenly like taking off? I see a lot more people talking about it. It's kind of all over the place. Why is it? And then I got to thinking, well, what do people do when they're off? They go out and they spend money, right? So if you give people an extra day off, that means they're going to have to find something to do with their time. They're not just usually going to not do anything. And anything you do today, just about almost 99% of what you do today costs money. So in the back of my head, I'm like, well, if you have most people, most employees, giving them an extra day, but not increasing the wages, but you have inflation increasing even more, you do the math. That sounds like a problem in debt to me. I'm thinking out loud here. I'm working out, and I'm thinking. Today was leg day, so I'm doing legs, but I'm still constantly thinking. I'm thinking, okay, well, this is a problem because now you're going to give people. You used to give them 2 days off. Now you're going to give them 3. You didn't give them no more money, but you gave them more time. You gave them a full day off to find something to do to spend money on. And I'll get to the reason why I think this too. So for those of y'all who don't know, I have Airbnbs. I have a couple Airbnbs, and I'll link them down below if anyone wants to check them out. But we get a lot of people who sometimes get a 3-day weekend. And they'll be like, hey, Robert, my name is so-and-so. My wife and I are looking for something to do this weekend. We live 5-6 hours away. So they get a little extra day, so then they want to come and stay with us, which I'm not complaining. It's great, great. I'm on the receiving end of this. But then I got to thinking, more and more people are doing this. I've been seeing an uptick and more people contacting us to come and stay or to find something to do because now they have a 3-day weekend. And our 3-day weekends, for Labor Day, any other holidays are fully booked all the time. So again, it goes back to me thinking anytime people have more time available, they're going to find something to do with it. Now, this isn't a problem if you have the money to do it. But for a lot of people, they're going to end up using debt. Credit cards, taking out loans. There's even vacation loans, travel loans. I just found this out like 2 years ago. I didn't know that this was even a product available. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to finance a vacation. There's a lot of ways to finance consumer behaviors. And all this is going to do is push the wealth gap even further, in my opinion. So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. If this is your first time tuning in, appreciate you guys tuning in for sure. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you gain any value from this content, find it informational or entertaining. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So in America, we have a problem with spending money. Our government has a problem with spending money. The people that live here, most of us, have a problem with spending money. We aren't financially literate, and I think most people understand that, and I believe the higher ups even understand this. So the way they present this information of, we'll give you a 4-day work week, give people their lives back, yeah, you're getting an extra day. But those people know that, well, most people don't have financial literacy. They don't know what to do with their money, which I used to be in this situation myself. Until recently, I started learning and educating myself a little bit more. So I'm sitting there thinking, still working out. I'm like, man, this is crazy. They're selling it as, we're giving you some time back. We're giving you a full day of life back, right? You get a full day to go out and do whatever you want, live your life, spend time with your family, whatever it may be. Well, most people, if they're going to spend time with their family, they're going to go on a little vacation, a little short trip, go out to eat, go shopping, consumer habits. They're going to go spend money. So the people who are going to benefit from this are going to be CEOs, business owners, anybody who has a business is probably going to benefit from this. And of course, the top tier people, the the Amazons and things like that are really going to benefit from this. People are going to, maybe if they don't go out, they're going to sit on their phones purchasing things on Amazon. Or they're going to be going out spending money. But like I said in the intro, it's a problem when a lot of people don't actually have the cash to go out and make these purchases. If they're using debt, this is bad debt. You know, you're using your credit card to go and buy a Chanel or a Gucci purse or name brand shirts, whatever it is. You're putting all this stuff on credit, and credit cards have high interest rates. Again, this is a great sell to the masses, and I can see how this is very appealing to people. But the underlying truth is I think this is overall going to be bad for the economy in general, because people are going to be spending a lot more money. They're going to have a lot more time to rack up a lot more debt. Now, I don't think that people will not be productive, at least in the short term. I think if you give people a deadline, you know, hey, you work super hard for 4 days, I'll give you an extra day off. More than likely, 99% of people will get their job done in those 4 days just to get that extra day off. It's human nature. I was in that position at one point. I used to do it too. So I don't doubt that the production of individuals will drop, at least in the short term, because right now it's novel, it's new, people are going to be excited. Hey, I work 4 days, I get 3 days off. Great. Once it starts to become the norm, then that's when you may see it taper off and the productivity maybe slowly decline. But right now it's novel. And again, I'm not against the 4-day work week. I think there are some good benefits to it if you use that time appropriately. But I don't think most people will. And more than likely, if you're watching this type of content, you're probably one of those that will probably use your time accordingly or right, or thinking about your financial decisions. But for the people who don't watch content like this, those are the more than likely the people that are going to be with the bad consumer habits. Now, for those people wanting that 4-day work week and looking to do something with that extra day that is productive, I think it's a great idea. If you're going to take that extra day, because, you know, if I would have had a 4-day work week back then, that would have given me an extra day to work on my business. Now I have 3 days. I don't just have the weekend. I have 3 days to work on my business and grow my business. You know, I bust my ass for those 4 days for the company. I bust my ass for 3 days for myself. That's great. I'm not against the 4-day work week. I think it's a great idea. But I think that the higher level people up there understand that most people don't think like that, right? Obviously, if you're watching this channel, we probably have similar mindsets when it comes to, you know, growth and personal development. But for the majority of people who, you know, don't watch content like this, they're going to be the ones consuming and using debt, and all that free time, the extra free time they have, the extra day they gained to not have to work, is going to be spent spending money and building more and more debt and creating more problems for the global scale of the economy for us as well. Now, again, I know other countries have tried this 4-day work week, but I don't think you can actually compare them compared to our economy and to how our mentalities are here in the States. There's two different mindsets when it comes to, you know, how they are in other countries versus how we are here. Here, it's very keeping up with the Joneses, I guess I should say. You know, we try to watch what other people are doing so we can outcompete with them. Or we watch Susie has a brand new Lexus. Now I'm going to go get a brand new Audi. Whatever it is, we're always trying to upgrade, even though we can't actually sometimes afford it. We always will put it on credit. We will overspend. We'll spend more money than what we make. And it's a problem here in the States. And that's why I think it'll be a problem going back to a 4-day work week, because now you're giving people a lot more time to spend that money they don't actually have. And to kind of sum it all up, guys, basically you're giving people a lot more time on their hands. You have inflation, and you have pay increases that aren't actually increasing. They're pretty stagnant for the most part. And even if they do increase, they're not significant enough to catch up to inflation. So all that combined just spells trouble in the future. I think short term, I think it'd be great for business owners. I think people who own businesses will make a lot more money in the short term. But in the long term, at some point, people are going to run out of money. People are going to be so far into debt that they're not going to be able to get out of it. that's the reason I think it's going to be a problem maybe down in the future. Maybe we'll have some immediate gratification from this, but later on we're going to see the consequences, repercussions for going on a 4-day work week. Again, I'm not against it. I think that's great if people want to spend more time with their families. And again, if you can afford it, go for it, you know. I'm not against that. I totally think you should travel, see the world, and enjoy life. But at the same time, don't overdo it to where you get into debt, which a lot of people are going to end up doing that. That's what I personally think. And again, just from going back and looking at some of our inquiries through Airbnb or through direct booking websites, a lot of people are looking for things to do when they have 3-day work weeks or 3-day weekends. And we've seen it uptick over time. More and more people are getting, I guess, 3-day weekends. So again, super blessed and super thankful to have people wanting to choose us to come out here. But on the grand scale of things, I think it'll be a problem in the future. And I do think that over time, it's going to increase the wealth gap between the top 1% and the rest of us. Excuse me. The top 1% know people do not have the discipline when it comes to their finances. The top 1% know that they're going to go out there and spend money when you give them an extra day. Whether they have it or not, they're going to spend that money. So, yeah, guys, without further ado, appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, be careful, be good, take care, and God bless. See you guys later. Bye-bye.